Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you can hear me clearly, and I want to make this video because this is going to be a full masterclass. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much of your time, but my intention with this video is to give you full instructions how to switch, not change, how to switch to your new identity, your new state, as Neville Goddard was suggesting, state of being, or the way I said is self-awareness. I say switch, not change. Okay. Now for the purpose of this masterclass, you're going to need a mirror, a piece of paper and pen, or you can use electronic device, something that you can write on, and also your full attention. Okay, because we're going to do exercises, mental exercises, and you have to, at the time of this masterclass, you're going to be given instructions what to do. So this is why I'm saying to you, pay attention. It's not just for you to listen, but you're also going to have a few things that you have to execute. Okay, so let me just fix my mic. Okay, like that. Now we're going to begin with an exercise. Okay, this exercise is very simple. Now, as I said, you will need few, like the duration of this masterclass, but now sit down and close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now, when you close your eyes and you don't have any thoughts in the beginning, and you don't have a sensation of your body in the very beginning of this, you feel what? You still feel presence. This presence is this, is your pure awareness. Now, why I'm saying to you, close your eyes just for a few seconds. This is not meditation, by the way. This is not for you to meditate. This is for you to acknowledge that the thoughts that you have and the body that you have are not just those two things. There is one essential component in you, which is this pure awareness. Okay. Now, the next exercise, we continue with the exercises, will be this. Take a piece of paper and a pen. And also now, get your mirror. Okay? On the piece of paper, make a line like this in the middle. Draw a line. And now, take your mirror. I have a small mirror, but you can use big one. You can use any size. And look at yourself. Look at yourself for maybe for 20 seconds. Look at yourself. Okay. Now, what you see is not this pure awareness. Okay? You see a body. You see this physical vessel. But you also see not just what you're not seeing yourself in that way. You're seeing yourself with your thoughts. Let me say this again. You're seeing yourself with your thoughts. Now, This is very important. Before we begin with the actual thing, listen to this. I'm making 1, 2, and 3 lines. Can you see them? This line is your body. This line is your pure awareness, which is your actual self. It's a pure awareness. It has no shape, no form. Okay? Now, the other component is your human self-awareness. Let me say this again. It's your human self-awareness. And this is why I said to you, when you look at yourself with your mirror, you are not actually seeing yourself with your eyes. You are seeing yourself with your thoughts. I am fat. I am slim. I am this. I am that. Those thoughts that you are accepting for yourself is your container for your pure awareness. So this pure awareness, let me say it again, has no shape and no form. But because you have now human existence on this planet, you're here with this human experience, you not only have your body, this physical, the pure awareness, which is the God itself, the God energy, the spark of God is this, but you have human, what? Self-awareness. Some people say that this is the ego, the human mind, the identity that you have now is not who you are. I want to make that very clear. This component in the middle, which we call the ego, which is forming you as an individual, is not who you are. That's not who you are. This is who you are. You're the pure awareness. Without this knowledge, you may never be able to switch to your new character. Because I want to make that very clear. You're not who you think you are. You became that. There is a big difference. You became that. Because this pure awareness takes the shape of your chosen thoughts. That's it. The rest is simple. The rest, what I'm going to explain to you, is very simple. Now, I'm going to only speak from my experience, what I did, what works for me, and what I personally learned. There may be people who can teach other ways, and that's fine. It's up to you to decide what way is your way. Okay? This is my way of doing the it's not even a transition. It's a switch. I want to very clearly say that it's a switch from one identity to another one. I'm not changing my old awareness and old identity. I decided brand new. Now, next exercise, because we now have clear this, which is what? You're not your thoughts. You're not the body also. You are the energy behind those things. However, this energy which is the God energy itself, takes the shape and form of what you have accepted for yourself. I'm saying this again because this is the fundamental part, basically. Okay, now moving to how to switch to your new desired identity. And I would say not just desired, designed. I have designed this identity for myself. I designed who I am now. It's not random, okay? Because a lot of people become something on the basis of what people have told them, or what they have seen from their parents, or what they have seen from friends, whatever. We no longer have to live that way. Okay. Now take your piece of paper, and as you have this line in the middle of your paper, I want you to write on the one of the sides, left hand side, write one, number 1, and on the other side, number 2, like this. 1 second. Okay, I have number 1 and number 2. Now, the number 1 represents what? It represents my old self, version 1 of me, Maria 1. Yes, Maria 1. I started to see my old self as a completely different entity of the woman I am now. And I speak now with intention I speak with intention to be very clear, and even though I speak slowly on purpose, because it's very serious. This is a life-changing video. This is why I'm so serious. If you're wondering, it will. If you really do what I'm going to teach you today with this video, it will change your whole life. Okay. Now, on number 1, you can use your mirror if you want. I want you to describe yourself, the version of you that you're currently, and that you no longer want to experience. And by version of you, I also mean your reality, your external reality. Okay? So, you may say, I'm shy, I never get attention, I'm fat, I'm too slim, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. Whatever comes to mind about yourself, describe yourself. And take your time. You can pause the video, that's fine. Take your time with this exercise. Once you have this, you also have to write down different areas of your life. For example, money and wealth, health and well-being, family and love relationships, you name it, any area of your life, write it down and just describe it in the way it comes to you at this present moment. Who you are, what are you observing, who you are, what are you observing in your life. Okay, and that's the old you. Okay, now once you have this very clear about your old self, which is going to be on this side, on the number 2, you will write your new version. Okay? So you're going to design, let me say it again. You're going to design who are you going to be, which means who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? And how your life is. And those areas that I mentioned, how they look like. Now, when we say second version of you, your new identity, you will have to write something like an identity statement. I'm Maria. I'm successful in everything. I'm this. I'm amazing. I have an amazing business. I help millions of people. My books are sold worldwide in 50 countries. I don't know. Whatever. But do you know what really came to me when I was doing this switch? I will say to you, you have a desire in yourself to be that new version of you. Or you may say, I want shiny, expensive, luxurious car, or I want a new mansion, I want this. But behind those desires, there is a bigger thing. It's about who are you going to be when you have those things, okay? Now, you already have idea who you want to be. I will say it again. You already have idea who you want to be. The only problem people have, and because I currently work and coach people, and what I see is, one, they think it's impossible, or two, they think it's too big for them. But they already know what they want, who they want to be. And I said this, what I'm going to say now, to one of my clients, and that changed their whole life, their whole mentality. And I gave them example with myself, because I should not hide anything from you. So what I said was this: your huge, big desire of who you want to be is how God is seeing you. That's it. This is who you are meant to be. Your desire is not popping into your head just randomly like that. No. It has bigger meaning, because we are now, all of us, like a big puzzle, or every human individual is like a puzzle piece. And when they have their desire, this desire is meant for them. That's it. It's meant for them. So the desire that you have, the person that you want to be, is meant for you, specifically for you. And this is how God is seeing you. This is how the pure awareness, which is actually you, wants to be. But because you have been stuck in this self-awareness of this identity that you're not allowing yourself to become the thing that you want. So to summarize, you already know who you want to be. So don't be shy and just let it be. Write down, who are you from now on? That's your identity statement. It doesn't have to, you don't have to write something for too long. No. It can be just 2 sentences. It means so much more to you. You don't have to write 10 pages. You already know. You already know who you want to be. And that's enough. Now. Okay. We have those 2 now into existence. We have 1, who you were up to now, and we have 2, who you are from now on. Now, I want you to look at the list on the number 2, which is your identity statement, what you have, who you are, and how the reality is for you, everything around you, how your life is so perfect, so amazing, and how you live your dream life and you're being the person that you want. Close your eyes and it's done. It's done. You can say it even to yourself, I'm this person. Yes, you said, I am, because remember, you're this pure awareness. You're not that person on 1. You're not that. You are not that. Let me say it again. You are not that. You are just the pure awareness. And the pure awareness have been sending you signals that it wants to experience this. So let me give you an example with me. I want to experience being a mindset coach, speaking about those things. 10 years ago, let me say 10 years ago, I would never even imagine that I will have that desire in me. And this is what I'm saying to you. This pure awareness, which is actually you, the real self, is giving you instructions on who you are going to be. So it's very simple. You just have to accept your new identity. That's it. You just have to accept it. You can say to yourself, I'm this person now. So from that minute onwards, we're 21 minutes, okay? From that minute onwards, you're now your new self-identity. This person that you have described, what they have, who they are, and so on. Now, what you need to be aware of and what was my mistake, I will explain to you now. And I will warn you about that because it's crucial. Give me 1 second to write it down. Now, I googled the word entity. Now, let me say it. Entity. What is an entity? An entity is something that exists as a single, distinct, and independent unit. You will say, what this has to do with your masterclass, Maria? I will explain. Okay. Now, look at this. I have entity 1 and entity 2. You may say, why do you have those entities? Now, because you are just pure awareness. As above, I've said to you, you're just the pure awareness. When you have your self-awareness for a human, I'm fat, I'm this, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, you're becoming this entity. So this pure awareness is giving light and is producing a whole entity. You're becoming this entity. Okay? In the same way, now when we have described our new identity, which is I'm amazing, I have my successful business, I'm happily married, whatever you want, again, it's this. Number 2, you have a new entity. So this new entity, let me say it, this new entity has nothing to do with entity 1. Okay. Now, I said about mistakes. Okay. I did that before unsuccessfully. Do you know why? Because I was not recognizing this part of entities. So every time I was high on myself, on entity 1 and on entity 2, something from entity 1 was entering in the form of the past. So what I'm trying to say now with this is that entity 2 should have nothing with entity 1, including the past. Because you are switching to a brand new entity, you're becoming a new entity. You cannot let your past from identity and, I would say, entity 1 interfere with you now. Do you know why? Because this will pull you back. Now, listen. I hope it's not too bright. This is an entity in itself. And they have thoughts. So when you say, I'm ugly, fat, no one likes me, no one loves me, what thoughts do you have about yourself? Or what thoughts you have? Negative. It's all negative chatter in your head. This is an individual, it's like an individual. So you cannot allow this entity to enter the space of this. Now, what I'm trying to say with this is that entity 2, your new version, should have nothing in common with this identity. They should have different past. Basically, the new identity that you have crafted for yourself now, you need to give yourself closure of your past. Or you can describe your past in a different way. An example with me. My father abandoned me in version 1. I did not have nice childhood. She did not have nice childhood. Okay. Now, in version 2, entity 2, you create different past because the past no longer exists. So you cannot allow those feelings, those negative feelings, to interfere with your new self. So you create new past for yourself. That's it. That was my mistake, because whenever I was very high on myself, I was feeling amazing. I was being in my new identity. Something from that entity's past will come up and it's like almost bite me. And I was falling back to this with the thoughts. Okay, so you have to create your new past in this identity. You have brand new past, you have brand new thoughts, brand new present, and brand new future. Based on what? On the person that you want to be. You have to craft your own brand new thoughts. If you up to now in version 1 you were saying, I'm fat and ugly, and you want to be beautiful and mesmerizing and slim, this is what you're going to say now. Even though when you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't look that way. You still say it. Because believe me, the pure awareness that you are will shape itself into that new character. It will. It will. It must be. You're not different. And this, my friends, is where most people fail. When they think they need to do repetition about their desire. I want a new car, I want this. No. Who you are going to be, you already have it. The car is just an object. Who you're going to be, you're brand new. You have to decide, I'm this now. And by the way, what I'm saying to you now, I'm not sure how long it's going to be, this masterclass, but it can only take you 5-10 minutes. All of those exercises that we're doing, they're not too long. Okay. Now, second thing that you have to be very aware of. Now, what we said here is already, you have to craft your new identity statement. You're saying, I'm successful, I'm rich, I'm this, I'm that. You already know who you want to be. And I want you to create new thoughts. New thoughts. This new version of you will have new thoughts in a very high contrast with this version. Again, if you have been up to now saying I'm ugly and fat, you cannot say I'm ugly and fat in this version. No, I'm mesmerizing. I'm beautiful. My hair is amazing. My body is amazing. You name it. Okay, so you have to craft brand new thoughts and repeat them to yourself, because what? You are brand new. You are brand new. Now, okay, the second one. Now, usually, let me say this, we have very high contrast between identity 1 and identity 2. Usually, not always, but most cases I've seen high contrast. Okay? Now, as we said, your pure awareness gives life to whatever your self-awareness, your human ego decides. And it becomes an entity. Okay? Entity. So you're playing this entity now. But you want to become entity 2. Because there is a high contrast. Entity 1 will come back in the form of thoughts, feelings and emotions, anxiety, or the complete opposite of what you want. I call this period the detox. You know, when you're doing, let's say, juice fasting, and instead of having a very positive, outcome in the very beginning, in the first few days, you feel horrible. You may have spots, you may feel bloated, other things. In the same way, when you are when you have decided to switch to a new identity, you will experience that detox of your old self. Okay? And I want you to be mindful of this, because it's, let's say, let me do an exercise. Okay, my bachelor will finish soon, and I'll finish the video and the masterclass, but we're going to have a huge success with this. Close your eyes, because we're doing an exercise. Let's say you're a business person and you have failed 4 times in your business. Okay, so you're saying to yourself, I'm a failure, I can manage money, I cannot do this, blah, 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 blah. And you want to become a successful businessman. Your old thoughts of version 1 of you will come up. And you have to be ready for this. How? You no longer say yes to them. You have to recognize that they don't belong to you. Those negative thoughts, people who are saying negative things, that will pass by. The same way with the detox, it will pass by. Remember that always. You are ready, and as soon as you decide, I have switched now, it's ready. You're brand new. You don't have to experience anything special. But when it comes to your thoughts of your old self, you say to them, no, that's not me. I'm no longer this. I'm this now. And you look at your list, or you may mentally visualize yourself the way you are, the way you want to be. And you say, I have this, I am this. And you go, you continue with your day. You don't fight those thoughts, because those thoughts want attention from your old self. So this was my second mistake. I couldn't recognize that those thoughts don't belong to my new self. Hello everyone. I had to cut and film again because my battery died, but that's fine. Giving you an example with love life. A woman that failed, or she thinks she had failed her marriage, and she is divorced. She's version 1 now. She wants to become version 2, which is being happily married again to the man of her dreams. Do you know what will happen when she switches to this new version, to this new entity? That entity in itself, those thoughts will come back in the form of self-doubt, in the form of circumstances on the outside, in the form of negative things. But this is the detox of your old version, which has what? Nothing to do with you anymore, because you're a brand new entity. I want to make this very clear, because I personally was stuck between 2 identities for a while. And in one of my videos on YouTube, I decided to leave that video. It was made by my old version, and you can see the difference. You can really see how your thoughts, but not just the thoughts you have, the thoughts that you say yes to them, shape you. Now, a key element to this part is this. As I said, there is entity 1 and entity 2. You want to become entity 2, which is your new version of you. Now, when the thoughts of your old self come, when doubt comes, when negativity comes, when the circumstances on the outside are the same, you have to decide that no matter what you see, no matter what you hear in your head or from people on the outside, that has nothing to do with you, because this is your new self. This is your new version. So the old self, in order for the old self to be completely dissolved, you have to completely stop paying attention, because your attention is what? It's your pure awareness. Your attention creates this avatar, it creates this entity. So let's say if a businessman has failed 4 times in their business, and the thoughts that they have is all the time, oh, I'm not good, I'm failing every business that I have started, it's difficult, and those things. And now if they have switched to their new identity, which is, I have successful business, I'm the best businessman ever, I have made X, Y, and Z, everyone wants to work with me, and so on. And when those thoughts come from the previous entity, they have to say, no, that's not me. This has nothing to do with me. So this entity has nothing to do with your new version. This is what was keeping me stuck. I was not recognizing that the thoughts that come to me were from another entity, which I no longer am. This is how I want you to view yourself when you change your identity. Recognize that those thoughts that belong to the old self are no longer yours. They are not yours. I will repeat that. They are not yours. They don't belong to your new self. So when they come, if they come, especially in the beginning, you have to just say, no, this no longer belongs to me, because it's a part of the old entity that I'm not even able to say I was. No, it was different Maria. Version 1 of me was different Maria. It wasn't me. And you may go back in my old self. You can see on my channel, there is a video called Old Self, and you are going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference. I'm not able to explain it, but you're going to feel and see the difference. Okay, I'll finish this masterclass. I want to wish you well. I want to congratulate you if you have found this masterclass, because I know that whoever is watching it will implement what I've just shared with you. And I know that you're going to successfully switch to your new self, because your life depends on that. Your dream life depends on that. Bear in mind that what you want to have on the outside, like business, success, money, SP, is just mental thing. It's all mental. It's all mental. You have to first become that version of self that already accept that what they want is theirs. It's for them. That is a full acceptance and embodying that version of you. That's it. I wish you well, and I will see you in the next videos, and thank you. Bye for now.